Hey my gems, what is up? So today is it's actually Friday and I'm getting ready to, I don't know, man, babe, we gonna go out and we gonna do something. I don't know what yet. I'm gonna build my look today around this Fenty, what is this called? Trophy Wife. Okay, that's what it looks like. Oh, let's see. Am I doing it? Yes. It's a beautiful gold. It's called Trophy Wife. So I'm gonna build my look around this, y'all, and we're just having fun, okay? Nothing, you know, too over the top. We just gonna build it, excuse me, around this gold look. So I'm gonna start off with this one size primer, okay? But it was something I put on my face. Oh, here it is. I'm like, where is it? I have this Morphe, okay? This is a primer oil. And this one right here is an oil absorber. So I like to put this on first because this here really dries out your skin. So what I like to do is put like a protective layer of oil on top first, y'all. And then, you know, go in with that. So let's do that. Then we'll go in with that oil absorber. It's a mattifying, so that way my primer isn't like being all extra with my makeup. Okay, let me get me a wipe. Okay, oh, I got two. All right, so just to wash my hand off a little bit. Now we're gonna go in with this right here, and I just put like a little dot. That's about it. And dot. Okay, and I like to do this with my hand too. Okay, this one here, because that way you can spread it evenly. Okay, so now that oil absorber is going to absorb anything in excess. Okay, so that way when I do put my makeup on, y'all, it don't be all runny or, you know, oily, things of that nature. If you put this on without a primer oil, it will leave like a very drying film on your face because it's going to take out your natural oils, and I don't want it to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to spray my little thing here, and I'm using this, y'all. I hadn't bought any more of my Tom Ford, okay, but I'm gonna do a layer of Tom Ford first, and then I'm gonna do that. That is just a moisturizing tint, okay, a tinted moisturizing, y'all. That's what this one is, and I got that from the cosmetic company store. But it does not outdo my Tom Ford. It does not, okay. It does not. Alrighty, it does not. I ain't gonna lie, Tom Ford is still bae. Okay. And when it comes to makeup, I like to have fun. Okay, makeup for me is fun. It's not mandatory. It's just something I like to do. Some people like dressing up. I think I put more energy in my makeup than I do dressing up. Okay, I love a good look. I love a good fashion outfit in piece, I do, but I think I have more fun when it comes to makeup. When it comes to fashion, I think if my body was, you know, how I expected it to be, I would have more fun. You know how it is after you get surgery, plastic surgery, you have fun with, I would have a ball, okay, with makeup after plastic surgery, child. Yes, I would. I'd be, oh, child, y'all have a problem with me, honey. Yes, y'all would. Y'all would have an old problem with Sighren, honey, because Sighren be out there. Okay, let me get this waist just a little bit snatched. Okay, to where I could wear like my my little tops, them little cut off tops and stuff. Ooh, I'd be out there with a bra. All right, so let me give y'all a quick little story time while we are doing our makeup, okay? So I'm gonna tell y'all just a little something. And I want it to be something good. Like, I don't want no damn downward story time. But I'm going to tell y'all about the time I met. It's two people. One of them is DJ Khaled. Okay. I got ready to do this story time so many times and then I deleted it. So I'm gonna just put it out there. Okay. I ain't gonna say, oh, no name. I'm gonna tell you the name. Cause see, I don't make it up. Okay. I'm gonna tell you the name. The time DJ Khaled tried to holler at your girl. And I always think back to like, what if I would have hollered at Khaled? Like, oh my God. That is so insane. Like, I'm so glad I didn't. You know, nothing against him, but I'm so glad I didn't. Because it's other stuff that y'all don't know about Khaled that I know. And I'm like, woo child! Ain't talking about the stuff that's in the newspaper and this stuff here that I'm talking about. Nobody knows the trouble I see. Okay. So let's get these eyebrows up to date. Okay. And but anywho, so here I am. I'm at the mall one day in a local radio station because that Khaled started out, he blew up in Miami. He from New York and all that, but he blew up in Miami. So he had moved to Miami and he was on our top radio station back then, which is called 99 Jams. So I just so happened to be at this mall called Pembroke Lakes Mall. Okay, I was going out there just shopping. That's what I did. Now back then, me and Bae, we were probably a year into each other at this point, because this had to be like 2003 maybe. So me and Bae had been together for maybe about a year at this point, maybe a year or two, a year and a half, up in there somewhere. About a year and a half, maybe we going on 2 years, I don't know. So this is either 2003 or 2004. Okay. So anywho, I go to the mall and I'm just out shopping or whatever. But before I get out the car, I'm listening to the local radio station, and they were saying how, you know, they be pulling up, you know how your local radio stations back in the day used to pull up to certain locations or whatever. So at that time, Khaled was one of the DJs on the radio station. And at this time, I believe he was with Terror Squad. I think that's what it's called. So I pull up and I'm coming out of, was that Macy's? I think it was Macy's. Don't quote me. I believe it was Macy's. One of them stores on the end. I can't recall exactly which one it was. I had undid my shopping and everything. And they were like, if you buy, at this time, they were introducing Sean John, Diddy's cologne, right? This is how throwback this was. They was introducing Diddy's cologne. So I think I'm going to go with this. Better Than Chocolate, and I'm going to build around that. These are the colors on it. I'm going to build around that. Okay. So at this point, they introducing Diddy's cologne. So they were like, if you buy the cologne, then they would give you something free. I forget. I don't know if you got free movie tickets or you got something free. I don't recall what they were giving away for free, but I think it was some tickets, right, to see a movie. And I forget the name of that movie that was out back then, but it was a movie everybody was watching. I think Vivica Fox was in it. It was like a little low budget film, wasn't nothing major. So I'm, you know, in the mall and everything, and I'm shopping. I'm doing my little thing. You know what I'm saying? And I come out of the mall, and the lady who was on the radio station, her name is Shelby Russian. Okay, she, her father is the one who owned the radio station, or he was the conductor or the PD, you know what I'm saying, of it, I believe. I don't know if he owned it or if he the PD. I think he the owner. Don't quote me on that. Okay. PD is program director, meaning they the one who authorized what get played on the station. So I think that was her father. I think he's the owner though. Okay. But anywho, so I come out and, you know, she immediately approaches me and she's like, did you get the Sean John? And I'm like, no, I didn't get it. And she was like, well, you know, we giving away movie tickets. Da, 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 da. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, you know, I got a new boyfriend, so, you know, I could get this for him. So I go inside, and honestly, when I smelled it, I didn't really like it. I was like, it was giving toilet water, okay? You that toilet, right? And one thing Bae could tell you about me, honey, I don't buy him no watered down cologne. I love my man to smell good, okay? When I say good, I mean good, honey. So I was just like, you know what? What I'm gonna do is buy it, get the movie tickets, and then return it. That's what I was thinking, because I wasn't crazy about the smell. I'm like, this ain't something I, see my man wearing, okay? But I was like, all right, so I'm gonna just buy it. I'm gonna get the movie tickets, and then I'm gonna bring it back. That's what I'm gonna do. So I went outside, and all you had to do was show them your receipt that you bought it, and they give you the movie tickets. So I'm standing there, and then Khaled comes like from behind her, like she was talking to me, and I was like, oh, I got the cologne, because I wasn't even studying. I didn't even know Khaled was there, right? So Khaled, like, I guess he sees me, and he like steps from behind her, like around her, like get in front of her, and now he's talking to me. And Khaled is like, hey, like he has his two-way, this how throwback this was, he has his two-way pager in his hand, and he was like, hey, what's up? So I'm standing there like, where the tickets at? Like, yo, where my tickets? You know what I'm saying? So the lady was like, she reached around him and she gave me the tickets. So he was like, what's your name? So, I tell him my name or whatever, and he was like, I like you. So I'm like, thank you. He's just steady texting. He was like, so how can I be your boyfriend? And I'm like, well, I have a boyfriend, but thank you so much for, asking. I appreciate that, but thank you for the compliment, because he had also said like, you're pretty, and I was like, thank you for the compliment. I was like, but I have a boyfriend, I'm already taken, so I'm gonna see how that work out. And he was like, but I like you. And I'm like, okay. So he was like, let me get your number. And I was like, no, I'm so sorry. I'm like, for real, like I'm trying to see if this one gonna work. I appreciate it, but thank you. So the lady, when she saw me kind of like, turning them down a little bit, she came up, she was like, oh, so you just gonna try to cheat on me in front of my face? Like, how you gonna try to holler at her and you supposed to be with me? And she grabbed at his chain. I think because he had a big chain on, and it had TS, like a Terror Squad chain. And she was like, oh, give me my chain, and this and that. And then, when she did that or whatever, I started laughing. And then I say, see, there it is already. You're not even faithful. So I was like, oh, that's okay. I'm good. So I kind of used that as a way out, y'all. I did. I used that as a way out, because I'm like, I do not want to give this dude my number. I wasn't vibing him, and I just didn't like the way he approached me. Like, he seemed kind of persistent, like, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, like, it ain't that type of party, but yeah, so I got out of it, and I was so glad when she came. I think she kind of, I ain't gonna say I think, you could tell, girl code. She picked up on it, and she was just like, oh, how you gonna try to cheat on me, and, right in front of my face, and this and that. And I use that as a out, honey. I was like, oh, thank you, girl. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, it's just the fact of, Khaled wasn't even big back then. Like, he hadn't even broke Rick Ross' son, because y'all know he broke Rick Ross' son every damn hustling. That was the channel, the station Khaled broke Rick Ross song and made Rick Ross. That's when Rick Ross came out. Every day I'm hustling. That started right there, man. He broke that worldwide. And that's when that song came out. Khaled hadn't even done that yet. That's how new he was to the system. You know what I'm saying? He was new like that. Which he was known in New York, I think, and all that. But, like I said, I didn't know who the hell he was. I had no idea who the hell he was, y'all. I be meeting people. I've met so many people. I've always attracted either celebrity men or, very wealthy men. And I'm talking wealthy. We talking millions. But for whatever reason, y'all, when I was younger, even now, like, I'm really a lover's girl. You know what I'm saying? I love love. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I love love. That's why I have my channel that says Love is Love on my Patreon. Because I do. I love a beautiful relationship. I do. Okay? Ain't nothing like a healthy relationship. But I have met millionaires galore. Okay? And they just have never fazed me, because when I was, and this is like even now, I always have everything that I want, okay? God has always blessed me since I was younger. Okay, to always have everything that I didn't want for nothing. I remember when Cash Money came out with 20-inch rims, talking about 20-inch rims. First I had 17s, then I had 20. When they started talking about 20-inch rims, guess what? Your girl had 20-inch rims too. Babe, you in the vlog, just so you know. Yes. What you need? You need me? Oh. Yeah, so, you know, I've always had everything I wanted. Whatever kind of car I wanted, I had. I'm gonna see if I can find pictures of my back. I had a Mazda Millennia. Yeah, I was always blessed with like whatever it is I wanted. Hopefully I'll be able to find some pictures so I could show y'all. Like these are the cars that I drove when I was 19, 20 years old, 20, 21. I mean, fortunately, and I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've always been able to have everything I wanted. Hell, I was shopping in Neiman Marcus since I was 18. My first apartment was in Bal Harbor. You know, when I lived over there, I was my first apartment at 18 with my boy's father. I remember, yeah, let me tell y'all about him real quick, okay? When we were looking for an apartment, child, why he tried to put me in a efficiency, child? I looked at him, I was like, you would not be living here with me. He did. He tried to put me in an efficiency, child. I was like, not gonna happen. Absolutely, positively not. But yeah, he tried to put me in a damn efficiency, honey. We moved somewhere totally different from an efficiency. Because back then, I think our apartment was $950 a month, and it was a 1-bedroom apartment. And $950 back in like 1996 was a lot, okay? You're talking a lot, okay? Anything in the 90s, 94, 95, 96, you paying $950 a month for a 1-bedroom. They had to be a big, spectacular 1-bedroom apartment. So it was, we lived in a beautiful luxury apartment complex. It was so beautiful, right over the bridge that leads to like soon as you come out of our apartment, you make a right, and the bridge to go over to Miami Beach was right there. So we were like right there on the beach. It was just beautiful. But so far so good with this color, y'all. So yeah, let me get back to that, what I was saying. But yeah, I was always blessed, y'all. Okay, and I didn't have to sell no arse to do it. Okay, I wasn't with multiple men and all that. I was always a lover's girl, you know. But when I had multiple men, you know, look at I got this black mark. When I had multiple men, I had multiple friends, not multiple men. Okay, it was not, I was sleeping with all of them. I might have known all of them and they were interested. But if you're interested in courting me, guess what? You're gonna have to let me know you're interested, okay? And you're gonna have to take care of her. If you got a problem with that, then get on. So I had no problem getting stuff out of men. I didn't. I had no problem getting stuff out of men. My friends, I think that's why they probably, you know, secretly, I ain't gonna say secretly, because, you know, it was quite obvious that they were very jealous. Yeah, it was obvious that I didn't know it then. And that's why I say things could be so dangerous, because you have a lot of women around you that you think are friends, and when you're young, you're not able to use, you know, the best discernment, because you're young. You know what I'm saying? You want everybody to be nice, and you want everything to be, you know, the way you think it's gonna be, and it ain't always like that. So I know now I had jealous friends. Now I know that. I didn't know that back then. But that's a dangerous thing, to have women around you that are not happy for you. You know, my friends did things that friends should not do. You know what I'm saying? You know, they went, well, not they, but especially one in particular who I was very close to, went and slept with guys. Like, here I am dating these guys, and they see that I would get money. Like, I'm finna get me, okay? They see I would get money, so they would try to go after the guy, you know what I'm saying, behind my back. So I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Sleep with him and won't get nothing from him. And then I got to hear from the guy that, oh yeah, your homegirl. I'm like, what? My homegirl? Huh? And I'm like, you didn't even tell me that you was after him like that. Like, well, I gotta find out from him. You know, that's why I say, you know, some people can have the luxury of true friends. Some people can. But it's because they not jealous of you. That's why. When you have something another woman want, there's a place of jealousy that comes out of that. That is uncontrollable because that's a normal human behavior. You have to be with women who are so secure. You know what I'm saying? If you around a woman who's insecure for any reason, I guarantee you, if you can get in her head and they do a test and say, is she jealous of you? I guarantee that test will come back that this woman is jealous of you. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I don't hang around insecure women. No, you have to be very secure, okay? When I say very, you have to be very secure. I don't got time for it, period. And I'm talking like family, friend, anybody. You have to be very secure to hang around me. One thing about me, I don't give two flying, okay, about what the next person doing, what they got, because I have everything I want. I know if you have something that I don't have, if I want it, I could get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, only thing you can do is really motivate or inspire me. And sometimes that could be with love, y'all. Okay, sometimes that could be with love. Sometimes you may not have a lot of money or fancy cars and stuff, but sometimes you could have the type of relationship somebody want. And I think when it came to me and my friends, as you can see, I attracted guys like, you know, Khaled, the guys who always attracted a lot of men. Men with status, men with money, celebrity men. I always attracted them. And the thing about it is, I never took them serious. I never even wanted to date them. Okay? And it was just when I came in contact with them, there was a Miami Heat player I cannot forget. I mean, remember this guy name? His name was, what's his name? I can't think of his name. He played for the Miami Heat. His name was Eric, I think something. I can't think of his name. He wasn't big. He wasn't. He played, but he was more of like a bench. Okay, he played some games, but he was like, if one of the majors got hurt, then he went in, or he played like, you know, couple here and there, but he wasn't big. He was just cute. Okay, met him at a club. He introduced himself to me, and we talking, we vibing at the club and everything, and I'm with, you know, homegirls or whatever. So at the end, he was like, where y'all going, this and that. So he invited us back to his house. He had a child, look, it was one of the mansions out there on South Beach. Probably was Diddy house back then, because it was a big mansion back on South Beach on Star Island. So I'm pretty sure. But anywho, I didn't go. Okay, because I was with my baby daddy. So when I left, you know, even though I met this guy who I saw on TV, because my baby daddy was a huge Heats fan, so that's how I knew him, because I used to watch the games. And here I am, this same guy who I had the biggest crush on is inviting me, like, oh, come back to my place, come on, da da da. So I didn't go. So the homegirl who I was with, after she dropped me off home, she literally like ran him down. She called the number, because he gave me the number, but I didn't have a cell phone with me at the time. She had hers on her. So, you know, she took the phone number and then she called him and act like she was me. So of course, when she get to his place, listen y'all, when she get to his place, he realizes like where my girl at? Where my girl at? So she was like, oh, she ain't gonna be able to make it. I thought she was gonna be able to make it. So he was like, oh, okay. Y'all, why he left her there all night? Okay, the next morning she woke up and left. And I found out because one of the other chicks we was with told me. But this girl actually called him and act like she was me, went to his house, and he left her there. When he saw her come or whatever, and he was like, yeah, oh, okay, all right, I'll be back. He left her, sat down. That's why I say, and these are two different friends. Like, these were friends, all of the friends that I hung out with did these type of things to me. So I stopped like hanging out with them. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, you know what? That's why now I kind of keep to myself. I got my husband and I really keep to myself. Okay, I'm going to do me a little tan line, y'all. Okay. But yeah, I really truly keep to myself because, you know, women just, they may want the best for you, but I don't trust them like that. Okay, I really don't. Oh, brush. Yeah, I don't trust him like that. So, yeah, there are other men that I will probably tell y'all about that y'all know. Okay, so that was just Khaled, and I'm gonna get his name. I'm gonna see if I can find his name, y'all, and a picture of him, and I'm gonna put it up. So we have Khaled, we have him. Another one was the rapper Trick Daddy, Kid Capri, oh God, I can't even think. These are so, cause y'all, I've been with Bae for like damn near 30 years. So we're talking way back in my day, okay? Way back in my day. Anthony Anderson, the actor, Anthony Anderson. Oh, I gotta tell y'all about how I met him. Such a sweet guy. Oh my God, such a sweet guy. But I'm gonna tell y'all about how I met him in another story time. But yeah, y'all, for those of you who out there and y'all like interested, like I say, I didn't need, you know, a wealthy man. I really didn't like that. And I want a man who's going to respect me, who's going to love me, who's going to, you know, treat me the way I want to be treated, the way I deserve to be treated. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that those men, because I met a lot of dope boys too, child. Y'all don't know them, but it was a lot of dope boys, and I ain't had time for that. I'm like, no, they's the one that come at your girl. I don't want you. I don't want you. But anywho, so this is my look, y'all. Okay. This is how I did the, what is it, Fenty? It's called Trophy Wife, y'all, Fenty. Okay, it's a gold. It's called Trophy Wife, so. She cute. What? Why? Who? When? Where? All right, y'all. So I am on my way out with Bae. Period. Period. This is why he ain't going nowhere right here. This is why he ain't going nowhere. They be matching me on the slide, y'all. He wait till I get dressed and then he go in there and pick out an outfit. Nay, tell the truth. He wait till I get dressed, y'all, then he go pick out something to wear. It ain't coincidence. We always damn near wearing the same thing, okay? But anywho, this is my makeup for the day. Y'all, period. You see, when she about that life, she about that life, okay? That's the thing about it. You ain't always got to be on 10, but the fact that you could get to 10 is what matters. See, a lot of bitches can't get to 10. They stuck at 4 and 6. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, though. But you know how you get to 10? Heal that shit. Ain't that right, babe? You got to heal that. You got to heal it from the inside out. If you ugly on the inside, you're going to be ugly on the outside. I don't care what you look like. This is what healed looks like. Goddess, okay? Healing, shall I say? Because I got some ways to go, okay? I got some ways to go, but I know I'm doing really good because, you know, my peace. You know, your peace gonna represent you, honey. Your peace. I love that man right there, baby. I feel like I got the best thing, honey. I feel like I got more than goddamn Barbara Bush, Michelle Obama, and Beyonce, honey. All three of them put together, King. Child, let me cut it out. I ain't talking about nobody else's piece, honey. I'm just worrying about mine, that's all. But anywho, yeah, we're gonna go out today. I don't know if we're gonna get lunch or dinner. I don't know if we're gonna do anything, honestly. Cause me and Bae like, I'm like, you wanna do lunch? Yeah. You wanna do dinner? Yeah. You wanna go for a happy hour? Yeah. We do this every day, so it's like, you know, kind of played out. But regardless of where we go, we gonna take y'all with us. So go and get dressed. Go on now. For real, what you still here for? Go on. Bye. Yo, we decided to go to Just Brunch to get us something. Today is like Friday, so it's not like it's a long day. They said that as soon as they come in, they'll be able to seat us. So, yeah, it's your girl. I'm just waiting on Bae, which he's right there. Hey, he's right there, so I'm excited about that. we're gonna go in and get some meat. I think I'm gonna have the oxtail tacos. I'm not sure. So, yeah, they said when you come in. Yeah.
You want to see the boss come in?
They want to see the boss come in. I cannot wait. All right, so we in here. Let me show y'all. This is the menu. I don't know. They have breakfast because they close at like 4. So they have breakfast still. It's like brunch type of stuff. Good salad, pancakes, French toast, stuff like that. Let me see exactly what it is I am going to get, and I'm gonna let y'all know. So I got these waffles, but they're made out of cornbread. I didn't want cornbread, so she's gonna put in an order for me to get regular waffles because I thought it was regular waffles, but it's not. So I'm gonna try this oxtail taco again. I've had this before, and I put the plantain in there. So it comes with a little bowl of plantain. It also comes with a this that you can put on there, and it comes with a pickled onion, but I didn't get that. I just asked for extra plantain. So let's see. I really feel like it's the end of the day. And you know how it is when you get the bottom of the pot meat, and the bottom of the pot, yeah, plantain, because they taste a little dried out, a little old. They close in about an hour, so I'm pretty sure they're not making nothing fresh right now. But maybe if we would have come here first thing this morning, it probably would have been a lot better. But it is what it is. See y'all the rest in the car. Y'all, I couldn't get in this car fast enough. I'm glad they driving. You know, the thing about it is I don't like it to seem like I be complaining a lot. Because, see, you know, Sighren just going to give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but. And when it come to my business, y'all get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but. Because one thing about the people who purchase from my business, child, they want the best of the best of the best of the best. And if they don't get that, you best believe Spiritual Candies would have been crushed a long time ago. But we build relationships, okay? We don't just have customers. We have family members. We add on to our family. So all of the people who come to my shop and people who work with me become family, you know? I get to watch their kids being born. Half of them, they kids, you know, be damn near named after me, huh, babe? Little Sigrens all over the place. But anywho, let's go back to just brunch, honey. Shout out to Bae, the hubby, for taking me out to a lovely, okay, lunch just with him, okay? It's just the fact that I'm with my baby that made it just the shit, you know, all the time. So, you know, the food was low-key hot mess, okay? It was not fresh. The oxtail was a little dried out. The plantains, chad, them things seemed like they was yesterday's lunch. Yes, they did. It just was not giving fresh. I don't know if the waitress was like, you know, ready to end her shift. She just like ready to go. She was just not very friendly. She was just not, is this turning or straight? She was just not very friendly. She was not very, you know, it could be turning because I see 3 turning things. Okay. You know, her energy was just a little stale. Then she brought some damn cornbread. I wanted French toast. I've never heard of cornbread French toast, okay? Waffles is what it was. It was cornbread waffles, which I understand. That's y'all idea. That's y'all thing y'all do. But, you know, I asked her for the 4 waffles, and it said 4 wafflets or cornbread. So when I asked her for the little wafflets, I guess she automatically thought I wanted the cornbread, because she said, yeah, it comes with a sweet, they have a sweet cornbread. And I said, but y'all have the 4 waffles, right? It's 4 of them. She said, yeah. So there was a miscommunication. She thought I was saying I wanted the cornbread ones, but I wanted the regular ones. So when I get the waffles and I'm like, yo, this cornbread, she's like, oh, that's what you asked for. And I'm like, no, I asked for 4 waffles, you know. And on the menu, it says 4 waffles or the 4 cornbread ones. So it's just, I'm like, no, I heard you mention the cornbread ones, but I wanted the 4 waffles, you know. So she was just like, well, I'll just have them make another one. And then she came back and took the plate of the cornbread waffles. Like, what you gonna do? Y'all can't do nothing but throw that away. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting up here like, look, y'all can't do anything with these. It's just the fact of where she came back, the way she came back and like took the waffles away, like you won't be eating no more of these. You know what I'm saying? Like we giving you the other ones. So that's what I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like if they know they messed up, or if a customer don't like something and they let you know, like all we had was one of the waffles, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. They took like a spoonful of one and he was like, So we still had 3 waffles. It was 4 that come with it. We still had 3 waffles left. So she came and she took those as if, you know, oh, we gonna be bringing the other ones. And I'm like, well, what you gonna do with them? You ain't gonna do nothing but throw them away. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, she could have left them and be like, you know what, y'all could eat them or y'all could take them with y'all. You know, I've seen waitresses that will do that. To say, no, you could finish them or you could throw them away, whatever. You know, people who come and take the plate away like that, I could tell what type of spirit they got. And Miss Thing was carrying a little bundle of joy inside of her. So I'm just like, oh, I didn't want to upset the baby. That's the only reason I didn't say anything to her, is because I know she got this little bundle of joy inside of her. I'm hoping that was a bundle of joy. You know, it could have been something else. I don't know. It could have been a medical condition. I don't know. I didn't even, you know, feel the need to ask. But it could be because of her attitude. She probably was pregnant. So I had a little leniency, you know, on her. But the experience was to the point where I think me and Bae have kind of closed the door on Just Brunch. You know, I thought that would be a place that we would frequent because it's like not too far. But yeah, I think that's it for Just Brunch. I think we've given them that. Remember the last time we went, the lady farted over our food. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't finish my food then neither. Okay? Now the last part about it is I had waffles and the little oxtail tacos, which you only get 3, and then Bae had a French toast plate. Why did they come up to $80? Okay, $80 for 2 people to eat breakfast? When did brunch cost some? You know, I don't mind, but I do mind when you overcharge. You know what I'm saying? I just really feel like that was an overcharge. $80 for just 2 people eating breakfast. We could have went to Kiki's and had a big jumbo pancakes, okay? Sometimes they be good, sometimes they don't, but you never know. But it wasn't good. It wasn't good to the point where I feel like that's it for Just Brunch, y'all. So we got to find us another little... Remember they had scrum-diddly-umptious, honey? You know, our people, listen. We want to support y'all. Y'all always say, y'all don't support us. Because when we go in the hood and eat, y'all want to charge us $50 for 1 chicken wing. I'm trying to figure out what we can say positive, y'all. I don't want to seem like I'm going off. But honestly, I'm just giving my raw experience with supporting our people. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to lower them prices, man. You know, IHOP don't even charge that much. Olive Garden don't charge that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, our people who have pizza spots, y'all charge more than Pizza Hut. You know, it's just, why they always hitting us up, I don't know. But anywho, next we are up in FedEx, and I have to scan some docs. So is this one working?
No, someone.
Okay.
They just went to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. Looks like we have to wait.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, we gotta wait to fax. Let me get my stuff ready. Yeah, I don't need this. That was you put that with it. I think she's done. Oh, are you done?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I don't know if it's...
Let me see. Refer. Yeah, replenish paper. I think we need more paper over here.
It'll pull from the next drawer. I'll come fill it in a moment.
Okay. Well, it'll fill from the next door. She said, you want to finish?
I just need to scan something.
Okay.
I just need to scan. Okay, that's fine. I'll see that. You can still go through the scan.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to be faxing too, so. Yeah. Got to get our stuff faxed out of here. And I know this is going to be like another $50 because I remember fax used to be 10 cents a page. Remember that, babe? 10 cents a page. And even the banks used to fax stuff for you, but they stopped doing that. Only thing I think they do free now is notarize. But yeah, everybody texting. I think it's about $1 a sheet here. So this, the last time I faxed something, it was like $50. It's like, what? What? So yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all, it's like about maybe 30 minutes later, and we still waiting. Okay. But I was looking at this. Do any of you do this Sudoku? Any of you do this Sudoku? I mean Sudoku? Sudoku? I'm talking about Sudoku. Y'all, where it's these numbers where you have to figure out where the pattern of the numbers and you fill them in. I used to do those like with no problem back in the day. As a matter of fact, in order to get in the post office, they had some of them on the test. Back in the day, we had to let me see, print. I think it's done. It ended up coming up to $40. This whatchamacallit, y'all, confirmation printed. Okay, end session, $35.04 is what it came up to fax 9 pieces of paper. All right, so I got my receipt. All right, got my confirmation, and we are done. So finally, 30 minutes later, we getting up out of here. Wait, hold up. What's this? Oh, yeah, $35. All right, let us put this together and get on up out of here, y'all. We on our way to, child, me and Bay on our way to get us some steps out the way now. I ain't take my step counter with me all day today. So I'm about to start over from 1. Then I start back in 1. I'm about to start over. I don't know how many steps I done did today. Not too many. Because we ain't been nowhere but to lunch and all that stuff, so. But me and Bay finna go get us probably, what you gonna do today, babe? 2 laps or 3? They say that's like putting in the lottery numbers, Chad. You figure it out. We did 3 laps in a minute, but the only thing is that it's like midday sun, so I don't know. That sun is I got my little gym wig, Chad. That sun is a little hot right now. It's 5:50, almost 6 o'clock. So I'm talking about midday, but that seems like when the sun the hottest, like right about now. I want to sweat anyway. I haven't been to the gym this week. I went Monday, Tuesday, but Wednesday they had an appointment, and then Thursday we had a follow-up, and then no, Thursday was the day off, and then Friday we had a follow-up. So next week I'm gonna be able to get back to all of my classes and stuff, get back on my little gym grind. So I can't wait for that. I have been drinking less water, and my legs have been swelling less. Remember I kept telling y'all my legs were swelling, and I ain't know why I went to the doctor, kept going to the doctor, and the lady told me gravity. They kept telling me stop drinking too much water, stop drinking too much water. Now I'm drinking the amount of water that the doctor told me to drink for my body weight. Y'all, we're not even supposed to be drinking that amount of water, honestly. I stopped drinking that much water, y'all, and my legs, I haven't been having that swelling in my legs. That's insane. I'm like, I went to a doctor and they gave me the wrong info. I got my husband over here who gave me the right info. The craziest I ever experienced. But yeah, we can't drink too much water because, you know, the body is made up of at least 70, I think, % water. So the body has, you know, what it takes. Unless you eat a lot of salt that dehydrates the body, then you have to replace that water. But for us purposefully drinking, you know, 32 and over 32 ounces of water, it may not be the best. Check with your doctor. Check with your doctor before you take old Sigren's advice, okay? I'm gonna say for me, 1 bottle of water a day. I was drinking damn near a gallon a day, they say. That's too much, y'all. We are overworking our bodies, our organs and stuff. It's like Ever since I stopped drinking, I'm down to like 1 bottle of water a day. I ain't gonna lie. I have been feeling great. It was to the point where when I get up in the morning, I step out of bed and my feet were swollen. My legs were swollen and tight. Fluid was building up in my body. I'm like, what is going on? And I kept going to the doctor, letting them run all type of tests, y'all. And it's because I was drinking too much water. My body didn't need that much water. Your body knows what it needs. You know what I'm saying? When you get more in tune with your body as opposed to your mind, I think that this is when you become, as you get closer to Goddess. Meaning, you listen to your body, not your mind. Your mind gonna say, oh, I'm hungry, or I want some chips, or oh, I want that donut, or, you know what I'm saying? But your body lets you know other things. And if you know how to converse with your body, if you know how to speak the language of your body, you will get it. I told y'all I used to eat 3 meals a day. I used to cook breakfast, lunch. I used to eat 3 meals a day. I did. You can't pay me to do that today, because I'm having better and deeper conversations with my body. I'm understanding what my body wants. And my body does not want 3 meals a day. My body does not want certain meats. My body doesn't even want certain restaurants. So we got to learn to have a better conversation with our body. If you're somebody who drink a lot of alcohol, then I would suggest you drink water. Okay, because that alcohol is going to dehydrate your body and your organs. You know, so if you consume alcohol, like if I have like a drink or something, y'all know it's very rare that me and Bae drink, but a lot of times your girl will get tipsy, honey. I like when my husband, you know, I get a little tipsy around Bae, child. He treat me funny then. Bae treat me different when I get a little tipsy, honey. I be like, oh, child. But anywho, you know, sometimes I like to get a little tipsy around Bae. I do, I ain't gonna lie. But I make sure I drink more water during that time. But just to like drink water like that every day the way I used to, yeah, I was literally torturing my body, okay? I'm like, is that thing on to go or to stop? Yeah. I was literally torturing my body, y'all. But yeah, listen to your body and have a better conversation with your body, y'all. I'm so grateful for Bae, because Baby saying stuff, Baby knowing. I be telling him, I be like, he's like a fucking genius. Like he's a genie in the bottle, okay? He's really like a genius. He be telling me all doctors and all, like Baby knowing, like Bae literally saved my sons. My son is here today because of my husband. Because when my son's heart stopped and the paramedics was working on him, they was trying to revive him. They was like, that's it. There's nothing else we could do. We're not getting a response. We're not getting a heartbeat. And Bae is the one who told them what to do. And they got a heartbeat. Like, how the are they trained? Okay, licensed professionals. Bae did not go to school for that. How did he know what to do to get my son back here? They was literally like starting to pack up their stuff. And my husband was the one who told them what to do. Like, he be knowing stuff. Baby knowing. You know what I'm saying? I be listening. I don't let him know that. I be listening because he be knowing. He be knowing though. All right, let us get to the park, honey. Hopefully he know how many laps we gonna do today and how hot this sun is. Cause your girl got a face full of beats. Okay, a face full of beats, but I didn't feel like taking my makeup off because when I get home, I'm gonna have another good shower. So yeah, let us get to this dang on part. We'll see y'all when we get there. Y'all put your sneakers on, whatever. Let's go on for a walk, all right? Come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get these steps in. Come on. Let's go.